There's a darkness that comes on slow, and there's a darkness that comes on all at once. A man does not always know which kind he is standing in, until he's been standing in it for some time, until his eyes have adjusted to what they should have never adjusted to. Man on the mountain said, "You were the salt of the earth." He did not say it soft. He did not dress it in the language of comfort or flattery. He said it in the way a man states the name of a river or the height of a pass. A thing that simply is. Salt of the earth. And the earth has always needed salt, always has. Since the first man made his fire and looked out at what lay beyond the light of it, and understood that the beyond was very large and that he was not. Salt is an old thing, older than money, older than borders drawn on maps that would later burn. Men died for it, wars were made over it, whole civilizations rose on the trade of it, because a world without salt is a world where things cannot keep, where the good goes bad before it reaches the table, where rot wins, and rot is patient. Rot does not hurry. It only waits for the salt to be gone, and then it does what it has always done, and it does it quietly and without apology. He asked what you do with salt that has lost its flavor. He already knew the answer. He just wanted the question to sit in the air for a while. The answer was nothing. You do nothing with it because there is nothing to be done. It is thrown out. It is trodden underfoot by men who have no use for a thing that has forgotten what it was made to be. And there is no cruelty in this. It's just the way of true things. A knife that will not hold an edge is not a knife. A man who will not hold to what is right is something less than what he was meant to be, and he knows it. He always knows it. I have walked through towns where the salt was gone. You can feel it like you feel weather coming in off the coast. Something in the air tells you things here have been going wrong for a long time, and no one said anything, and now the saying would cost more than most men are willing to pay. There are places like that. More of them than there used to be, or maybe just the same number, and I'm old enough now to see 'em plain. And then the light. He said you do not light a candle and hide it. He said it the way you would explain something to a child who you trusted to be smarter than they were letting on. A city on a hill cannot be hid. Cannot. Not should not. Cannot. Because light is a thing with its own will, and it goes where it goes, and darkness has no weapon against it. None. The darkness can do many things. It can confuse a man. It can make him afraid. It can make him doubt what he saw clearly at noon, but it cannot put out a true light. It can only wait for the one carrying it to set it down. And men do set it down. I've seen it. The cost of holding it up gets high, and the world is cold, and the critics are loud, and it is easier to be gray than to be bright, and the gray life asks very little of a man. The gray life lets him sleep. It does not ask him to stand in a hard place and say a hard thing, and mean it all the way down to the floor of himself. But that is the ask. That is what was always the ask. Let your light shine before men, not for your name, not to be known, so they see something true and turn their eyes toward the one who made the light in the first place. That is the whole of it. Simple as a flint strike. Simple as water moving downhill. The darkness is old, but it has never once put out a fire that a man refused to let die. Hold yours.